Hi David, Phil Beever from the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on our chipping lesson yesterday. So I'm comparing you here to Brett Rumford on the right, and one of the first things I pointed out to you was your feet. For me, they're a little bit too narrow here. You do a great job there. Most clients would always go too wide, but they're a little bit too narrow. So when you actually make the action, for me, your legs are sort of moving a bit all over the place. So they're just wobbling a little bit too much. So for me, there's not quite enough stability. If you look at Brett here, you can see his feet are a little bit apart, only sort of four to 5 inches, but that will just give you a bit more stability. Second thing, David, is as you swing back, which you do a really good job of, back swing's good, you keep your weight on your left side. As we come through to impact here, keep an eye on your left arm, we're going to see it separates. So we get this big triangle of daylight gap through here. We can see this area here that I'm just cutting out for you. That means you're trying to keep the club too much down the line, and the reason why that's happening is because you're not rotating your chest. So when you're chipping, really we just want to turn back and turn through, but you should finish, aiming at the target, your hips, shoulders, everything, just as you would do with a full shot. If we look here at Brett, as he comes back, you're going to see as he starts, keep an eye on this chest here, he's really going to start to turn that. And as he turns that, you can see that left arm stays completely attached to it, and he hasn't got that straight looking left arm like you have. He's got a little bit of flexion, and that's just because he's turning the chest around his body. So you're not doing too much wrong there, David. Just work on that for me. Just get that body turning, let that left arm naturally fold in as it should do, and that will make a big difference to you. Second thing with chipping as well was I want you to just make 2 practice swings. So set up sort of here in line with the ball, and then try and hit the ground in this area here, anything in front. So have 2 practice swings, looking at where you want to go, bang, bang, hitting the ground, over the ball, hit it. You've got to start to love this part of the game as well, David. Like I said, a lot of the guys I work with on tour, caddying and playing with and stuff, they're all bigging themselves up. You need to start believing that you can do this, and we need to get this a key part of your game to get your handicap down. Last part of the lesson was we jumped in the bunker. I thought your action was really good, but the ball position was a little bit too far back. I want you to play bunker shots just like you would do with a driver, so opposite the left heel. Everything else I was really impressed with that. As soon as you moved it further forward, we got a little bit less sand and a little bit more spin. So work on them for me, David, and look forward to getting on the course with you and seeing why you're an 18 handicapper. See you soon.